Hello boys and girls, today I'm a very proud and happy man. Why? Because listen to this. That sounds pretty cool, right? And you know what? I'm playing the most terrible speaker the world has ever seen. I'm playing a Celestion G12T75. That one here. And most of you know that I hate that speaker with passion. And it has ruined my producer childhood, so to say, 20 years ago, when I was trying to get my first decent guitar tones. I was constantly fighting that speaker, and it is a terrible speaker. But today was the day. Today was the day to finally tame the beast, to finally slay the dragon. I made it sound cool. So let me tell you the story. I created some IRs today. And right now I'm playing an IR of that speaker. And I used a lot of tricks to get there. And I will show you exactly what I did. You can get those IRs later, but yeah, let me tell you my 75-watt story. I was actually about to smash this speaker into pieces. But I'm such a wimp and such a nice guy. Where is Mr. Glenn Fricker when you need him?
What the hell, man? You call this a review? Come on, man, get your hammer out and give us the review we all deserve, you big German weenie.
Wonderful. All right, today I'm here to tell you the story, how I made this speaker go from shitty to pretty cool. And I want to show you what I did exactly. It took me quite some time, but there have been so many comments, so you want me to check out that speaker and tell you why it sucks. And it's a good story because I feel better now, I feel better now. After 20 years, I've made my peace. Nice. Okay, let me show you the setup. I'm actually playing a Gibson Les Paul today. Very nice guitar that I used to play live. And the cool thing is you can split the humbuckers. Nice guitar, nice guitar. So I'm playing this guitar. I don't know what tuning I'm using. Might be D or something. Into my beloved Brunetti extra lead. Into a Mesa Boogie cab. So I took those 16 ohm 75, GT12T75s from a Marshall cab to the Mesa Boogie cab. And by the way, those speakers are from the 90s. I think I bought the cab in 94 or 95 or something, okay? So they are vintage. People say that the vintage ones sound better. So how bad are the new ones? How bad are they? Anyway, even when I'm playing the IRs, like in the beginning of this video and later, I'm still playing the preamp of the Brunetti, but straight into an IR player in Cubase, okay? So we got the same sound. So I tried a lot of different microphones. Let me show you where I started and let me show you the problems of this speaker. So typically it sounds like this. When I play this speaker, I always feel it's working against me. First of all, it sounds so distant. It sounds like somebody playing guitar in a swamp next door. Let me just switch to a vintage 30 in the same cab and you will hear what I mean. How much more direct the V30 sounds. And it feels like all the noisy, useless frequencies around my actual guitar tone or my actual notes that I play are being boosted. And that's why it sounds so distant. Let's listen to the V30 again. How balanced and clear that sounds. You know, you can hear every note clearly. It sounds balanced, right in your face, the right amount of attack and aggression. Whereas this, yeah, it's somebody playing guitar in a swamp next door. There's also a lot of uncontrolled low end. I tried a lot of different microphones and ended up with two microphones. We have an SM57 as usual, and we have a pretty unusual microphone for a guitar cabinet recording, and that is a Rode TF5, which is a small diaphragm condenser, pretty linear sounding. One of their newer microphones sounds really good, I have to say, but it's quite expensive as well, but a great microphone. So this is the 57. Which has a little more mid-grind, but it also has that wah-wah feel if you play something like... Wah, 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 wah. And this is the Rode. So I tried to combine those two microphones, and normally I do it like this. I switch the polarity on one of the mics, and then I slightly delay the microphones until they are more or less perfectly in phase. Sounds like this. Now they cancel out really nicely, and now I switch the polarity again. That sounds a lot fuller already, but I don't like the build-up in the lower mids. And it's still quite distant sounding. To make a long story short, I tried a million combinations. And my last resort was to, use both microphones, but out of phase. So I tried to, make them cancel out certain frequencies. So we don't have that buildup in the bass and in the lower mids, and we get more upper mids. So the whole sound, the whole guitar tone is a lot more direct and more in your face. So I was using those two ears, those two microphones, in a out of phase combination, which means it sounds different to what you would normally hear in the room. But that's what makes it interesting, and that's how you can create new guitar tones. So this is the setting I found. Have a listen. Can you hear the upper mids and how much more direct this sounds? I switched the polarity on one of them, and then I delayed the other mic by 15 samples. And that kind of brought the upper mids back, so to say, and made the whole sound a lot tighter in the low end. That was only the first step. The next step was to use a digital EQ to give the sound even more high-end bite or high-mid bite, and to remove one or two of the honky mid-resonances of this speaker. Oh, excuse the latency. I can't play like this. But this sounds much more balanced already. So that weird honky yet scooped mid-range is getting a little more linear or balanced. And there are more high mids, so it sounds more and more direct. And then came the final step. I was creating IRs. And those IRs were created with a Seymour Duncan power amp. And the cool thing about this power amp is that it sounds quite linear, but you have that 4-band EQ where you can really tweak things. So I created different sounding IRs with the help of this EQ. Like one with more low end, the other one with more bite, another one a little more scooped. So I could once again shape the sound and make it more mix ready, make it more usable, and still maintain that character, if you know what I mean. And so right now I have 4 different IRs, and one of them is, I think, sounds actually just like a good version of the 75, and the other one actually lose more and more of that character. So you can go from a good sounding 75 to something that is already a lot more, let's say, mid-focused. Not like a V30, but like a good sounding speaker. So I started with this IR, which is the most linear one and sounds the most like a 75. With that honky mid-range, you know. Then I have another one where I push the highs and the presence a lot more. Sounds like this. And that one is really in your face. The mid-range is kind of 75-ish still. Nice. And then I have a fatter sounding one where I boosted the bass. So who's the winner now? It's me, Kristian Kohle versus that goddamn speaker. I won. I made it happen. Took me 2 weeks. I'm just kidding. No, but it took me some time. But that was one of my, that's a lifetime achievement, so to say, right? So that was an important move for me. So I feel a lot more mature now after having won that battle. I kind of like you now. I kind of like you now, yeah. They're also really ugly. That design is like... So I think I will even include some of those IRs into my first IR pack that will be released in early next year. Because they actually sound good. And those are interesting IRs because I think nobody's really sampling that speaker. Because, you know, who can? It's so shitty. It's so shitty. Anyway, I'm giving away the IRs. Of course, one more time. 10 people, let's say 20 people. 20 people on my mailing list will get those IRs, okay? So if you haven't subscribed to my mailing list, you should do that now. And this time, I will wait 2 weeks, okay? And announce the winner then. Because otherwise, I know I will get countless emails asking for the IRs. So, subscribe to my email list now. You will find a link right below in the description. It's idiot proof. I've said that many times. It means you're selling your soul to the devil, but it's a good thing. And I mean, who wouldn't do that for some great sounding IR? What else? If you haven't, you should subscribe to this channel because it's really cool. It's fantastic. Yeah, ring the bell so you get more videos from the German guy. And here are my socials if you want to follow me there, because I'm constantly also posting stuff there about my regular studio work, about the products I release, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'm coming up with a lot more videos. We will have a video about power tubes very soon that will be presented on the Guitar Summit homepage. But you will be able to watch it on YouTube later as well. What else? We've got a new pedal coming Cleartone and me got a new distortion pedal coming that is really, really fucking amazing. What else? I'm testing some IRs. I just got a new speaker from Eminence, the what is it called? CV77. It's a Slipknot signature speaker, which sounds really promising. So there will be a video about that one, just that one, very soon. And yeah, I think that's it. But the main message today is that I made my peace, you know, with this motherfucker here. I made my peace. So, Mr. Fricker, you don't have to smash it.
The main message you should be putting across is turning that piece of shit into pieces. Duh!
See you in hell, motherfuckers. Bye-bye.